What's going on, guys? I appreciate those of you that are hanging out waiting. We got 15 people just chilling here waiting. And for those of you watching the replay, I appreciate you coming join me. I do have an agenda with this particular live stream. My sin of the day is one of the 5 fragrances we'll be discussing. It's what sparked this topic discussion in the first place. Sweet fragrances with some really strong performance. Now, this is my experiences and my personal opinions on these fragrances. Yours may vary on these specific 5. But it's 5 that I want to discuss. So we'll hang out before we do the sin of the day. As per usual, we'll let a few more people jump in here. It's just the first minute. Ethan, I see you. What's going on, my man? All genres bops. Wearing Code Absolute. Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP. Jamie, how are you? Sidrat Essence. John Barbados Dark Rebel. I still need to wear that one. I haven't worn it yet. Yo-Yo digging that hat. Yeah, I've had this for a few years now. This is back when they were in the World Series a few years ago. Picked it up at a Ross Dress for Less, if I remember correctly. It's just a really nice dad hat, you know. It's a 920 from New Era. I like the 920s. They're basically New Era's version of the dad hat. They fit really well, very comfortable. Dark Cherry and Amber. I plan on wearing that this evening, as a matter of fact. Hit that like button. That's what I'm saying. 15 likes, 27 people were starting to get there. Nosy, what's going on, big dog? Glad you could join. Saw your shirt right after I picked it up. Saw my shirt right after I picked it up. I'm not completely sure what you mean. You mean this shirt? This is an Under Armour Cold Gear fitted. I'm not sure. I mean, thinking it was a Dallas hat. Oh yeah, you're not going to catch me with a Cowboys hat. You're not going to see that. Tobacco in anticipation of leather tobacco arriving tomorrow. Dan, what's going on? So I might as well jump into what I'm wearing. Spice Bomb Night Vision EDT, underrated and underappreciated. Oh, the short video. Okay. I was wondering because I was like, what about my shirt? It didn't make a lot of sense to me. Leather Tobacco. Personally love the original more. Surprised to hear that. But in my opinion, might change after a few more wears. I'm very surprised to hear that. But to each their own. Burberry London, Herod, Eagles, baby. There you go. Sandalwood, Cologne, Geo, F. Trumper, no clue. Dino is wearing Alfa Romeo Black. And Ethan's wearing Coach Platinum. We just hit the magic number. First fragrance we're talking about is my sin of the day, which is Armani Code Eau de Parfum. So when it comes to sweet fragrances that perform, I don't know about you guys, but this stuff is almost nuclear on my skin. A lot of the powdery sweet tonka bean vanilla smell. This has become my favorite version of Code. I like it more than the Parfum, more than my previous favorite of Profumo. I like it way more than Absolute, which I saw we had a sin of the day of Absolute. I know a lot of people enjoy that one. I just like this one more. The lavender, the little bit of fresh spice that's in the top, the light woody facet as it dries. This is just so good. And this one is really, really strong on me. And it's also my wife's favorite version of Code and one of her favorite pickups of mine in like the last 6 months. Great performer on my skin. I encourage you guys to get a sample of this one and try this one. I'll have links to everything down below for anybody that wants to maybe explore it, pick up a bottle, pick up a sample, whatever. I have links below because I get fussed when I don't have links by some viewers, you know. So I've tried to make a concerted effort to put links to the fragrances I talk about. And this one, it sparked the conversation in the first place. There's a few other brilliant examples that I've worn recently that I want to talk about, but this is the one to start off with. My sin of the day, Armani Code EDP. So let me get caught back up. I got ahead and got a bottle of Bleu de Chanel Parfum. I'm late and hoping it's a keeper because I'll return it in a New York minute. It's fantastic. Honest Fragrance Reviews. What's going on, my man? The entire Code line. It's pretty nuclear on me. Yeah, for me too. Even Colonia. You know, Colonia is like, well, you know, easy 8 hours, great projection, like, and it's a fresher fragrance, you know. A-list, super underrated. That one's like a 10-hour fragrance. I don't think I have a single Code fragrance that doesn't give me at least 8 hours and pretty good projection. You know, majority of them are just really strong. It's good stuff. Eagles for the win. Should be fun watching the Kelsey brothers compete. Yeah, I was way off. I thought it was going to be Niners Bengals, and it was the exact opposite. So Code Ultimate 2012, best of the line, in my opinion. I've heard great things of it. There's so many flankers over the years for Code. You and Fragrance Dude were ignoring me last night, but I was asking what's your preference from Bad Boy Le Parfum and Le Male Le Parfum. My bad, I didn't see the comments. Well, usually when you have a panel, it's easy to get away from the comments. That's why I like to do these solo majority of the time when I do them. So my apologies, Nosy. But I haven't tried Bad Boy Le Parfum, so I can't weigh in. But Le Male Le Parfum is absolutely stellar. That is my favorite version of Le Male. I can't get enough of it. I'm a big Iris fan, as you know, and that one is full of iris, warm and spicy at the top, settles down. It actually starts off a little fresh and spicy, then warms up. The cardamom kind of changes, starts off fresh and gets warmer as it settles because this little ambery accord that it has. Like I said, I can't weigh in on Bad Boy Le Parfum, but Le Male Le Parfum, mag-freaking-nificent. That fragrance is awesome. Greetings from the Bahamas, 2008 Dior Homme Sport, my man. Great choice, because that's actually the one I like the most, but it's not the one I wear the most. I wear the 2017 the most, but I like the scent profile on that one the best out of all of them. Hez, how are you? Bacio Immortel, and that's my scent of the day. Ooh, fruity leather, boy, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's my preferred choice for weddings and stuff like that. Abercrombie & Fitch Authentic Nights. Legend and BR540 mix, basically. Psychedelic Love. I want to say I've tried it before. I don't really recall, though. I may have, and I just don't remember it. So I'm really not sure. Yes, sir. Scent of the day, DHI. Okay. I agree that Le Male Le Parfum was never really a fan of Le Male. I'll take it 11 times out of 10 over Le Male. It's my favorite for sure. There's several that I enjoy. I don't like the entire line. I like my summer flanker. I have Le Male Summer 2013. I like that more than the original Le Male. It's a little bit fresher, but still performs about the same. So, like I said, I don't like all of them, but I sure enjoy a lot of them, especially the Le Parfum. That one's so good. And Essence de Parfum, I really like that one. Even the reformulated blue juice. I'm going to get a full bottle eventually. Here's my decant. I think it's 10 ml, 15 ml. So, I mean, may take me forever to go through that. I may never get a bottle, but I love how that one smells. There's a bunch of good ones. Cambridge Night, speaking of good ones, Uomo Intense. Excellent choice, Will. Excellent. Code EDP or Code Absolute. Code EDP 10 times out of 10 for me. This is my favorite version of Code. 10 times out of 10, I'll take this over. Now, on occasion, I'm up for the Parfum. I'm probably going to get a full bottle of the Parfum at some point. Perfume Online has 75 and 125 mLs now. I just saw it earlier on their site. So in the next couple of months, I may get a full bottle because, I mean, I still have plenty in my decant. Not like I'm hurting, you know. I got plenty of sprays left, but I'm probably going to get a full bottle in the very near future, sometime this year. But as far as the Absolute is kind of like my least favorite one I own. It's cloying. Very cloying for me. Very cloying. Smooth Operator. What fragrances most? So Polo Red Parfum. I want to get my nose on 1 Million Royal. I've sampled Elixir already. I'm getting Elixir this month. 1 Million Elixir. I'm finally getting a bottle of Y Le Parfum. My decant's almost empty. So my next little fragrance haul is going to be Y Le Parfum and 1 Million Elixir. That's the next two fragrances I'm getting. And then I plan on getting the new versions at some point in the year. Like 1 Million Royal, like I said, I'm pretty excited about that one. I think I'm going to enjoy it. There's a few more that I can't talk about that I've heard through the grapevine are coming. And once get the green light from the source that gave it to me, there's a couple that I'm really, really excited about that haven't been announced yet. So like I said, once I get the green light, I'm going to tell you guys about those. But in the immediate, that's the main ones, 1 Million Royal. And I want to try EDP Intense. I'm not just going to jump into that one without trying it first, just in case it's too redundant to the EDP. And Polo Red Parfum, like I said, that's the main one, Polo Red Parfum. I like Eau Fraiche. Roche Sloan, great choice, Jeff. Great choice. Azzaro Wild Mint. Ooh, that's really good for the springtime. I have a bottle of that. Business over pleasure. Salute to you, sir. Enjoy. Still a fan of Colonia? Yes. I know it's more of a spring-summer scent. Yeah, that's about the time I like to wear it is spring. More spring than summer. And then fall. I've worn it before in the summer, but I like it more in the spring. Summer Nights is more when I like to wear that one. That's a great date night fragrance in the summer because it still encapsulates a lot of that Code DNA, but it's just so much fresher. Haven't smelled the Parfum. It's basically Code plus Iris. It's this plus Iris pretty much is what I can really, in its most simplistic form. Add Iris to the EDP. It's pretty much the same fragrance. subtle differences, you know. And I actually prefer the EDP without the iris, believe it or not. What's going on, Jared? How are you, my man? Tiziana Terenzi. See how many slapped? 31. We got 73 viewers and 31 likes. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hands on oud and vanilla. From which house? Which house? Are you talking about vanilla oud from Vertus, oud vanille from Mancera, Frank Olivier oud vanilla, or oud vanille, I think it's called. They got a bunch of them. Which house are you talking about? Chiefs Nation, Kerosene, Unknown Pleasures. I have a decan of that. I haven't sprayed that in a long time. Arrow's Flame. Forgot how good it is. Have you sampled anything from Vertus? Yeah, I have. I have a bottle of vanilla oud. It's incredible. I've been raving about it for weeks since I got it. I'd smelled it with Justin. I've been raving about it more than Justin has. 50% engagement. We're better than that. I agree. Like your mama raised you right. There you go. 38 likes, 79 viewers, 80 viewers. So less than half, 38 likes. So somebody decided to be a bitch and take their like off. So you can go ahead and leave. That's fine if you're going to play those games. Go ahead and leave, man. Random, but have you ever tried Perry Ellis Reserve? No, I actually have not. Okay, so you were talking about vanilla oud from Vertus. Yeah, it's incredible. It's hard to find right now, though. It's very, very difficult to find. I've been keeping an eye out because a lot of people have been asking me where to get it. I picked my bottle up from Perfume Empire's eBay store, and it's been out of stock everywhere I've looked since. Fragrance Net was out of stock. Perfume Online out of stock. Fragrance Bio's out of stock. Max Aroma was out of stock. I mean, you name it, because I got the last bottle from Perfume Empire. So I've been keeping an eye out, and as soon as I see it, I'll make sure to put something in a community post for you guys. So let's see. Svengali, what's going on, big dog? Picked out some decants with your giveaway win, that $50 gift card you won. Tried Bark by Blend Oud. No, I have not. Gets touted as niche 1 million, but better quality and has crazy performance. Noted. That's an interesting take. Noir Extreme, intoxicating and sweet. Indeed. Indeed it is. No, I don't have any experience from anything from the house. Randy, what's going on? Killing the game, working, but stopping by to say, hey, I appreciate you. Have the, I'm not sure what the currency is, but it's $2 of some sort. And I appreciate that. A great unisex floral fragrance. I would say Kajal Eau de Parfum is one of my favorites. It's actually marketed for women. In some spots, you'll see it marketed for women. In some spots, you'll see it marketed as unisex. It's a beautiful, fresh floral. There's citrus, there's lemon, there's orange, rose, and orris. Turkish rose, too. It's a very bright, fresh rose with a clean musk, light, woody dry down. It's very simple fragrance, but it's gorgeous. The box is literally right here. It is fantastic. Performance is stellar. That, I would say, get the discovery set from Kajal. If you click my link tree at the top, there's a link right there with the 10% off code. Go get the original collection discovery set. That's got that in there. That's got Lamar, both Kajal Ohms. I believe Ferris and Almaz are in there as well. That's all part of the original collection, and you'll be able to sample that discover. I would say get that discovery set, and that's in there. It's kind of a purple juice. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous unisex floral. I like Iris a lot. Me too, man. That's why I'm recommending this one in particular. Good stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one, shall we? I just put out the review this morning. Do you like, speaking of Iris, here's a sweet Iris fragrance that just shocked me on how good it is. Youp Homme Le Parfum. I just out on a whim had this recommended to me when I turned on Amazon. It was $47. I said, what the hell? Let's take a look, because I've been wanting the Eau de Parfum. I haven't even looked at the Le Parfum. I went to check out the notes. It's a sweet Iris fragrance. Vanilla praline, iris, lavender, and I've one other note. I want to say amber or something like that. But, oh, man, when I got this, I wore it yesterday. Monster performer. It starts off kind of earthy. Like I did the full review. I won't go into too much detail. Please check out the review if you're interested in hearing more. But very earthy floral, bright, powdery, then dries down into a much more vanilla heavy. Like the praline comes out more in the top. It's more candied gourmand sweet at the top. And as it settles, it becomes more of a soft, powdery, and creamy vanilla type of fragrance. Magnificent, strong too. I had 6 sprays on, 5 around my neck and 1 on my hand all day yesterday. And this is so good. And it doesn't smell as cheap and synthetic and chemical mess as the original. I've had a lot of people saying, oh, I love Youp. I love Youp. Youp this, Youp that. thinking it's just a regular Youp. No, this is the Le Parfum. It barely ties into the original's DNA. It is faintly there in the top, but man, try this one, guys. I am still very, very impressed. I'm going to wear this again later in the week. This is going to be in the weekly rotation twice this week at least, because Youp Homme Le Parfum, this stuff is fantastic. I am still very surprised and impressed by this fragrance. Never tried that. I've never tried Morning Chest. I've heard it's kind of like a Ventus. The only ones I've tried from them is London Funk and Black Citrus. That's the two that I have from them. Wearing H24 EDP. I still need to get that one. I love the EDT, and I've smelled the EDP with Justin. I do really like it. It is better. Okay, never tried that one. Michane, one of my favorite houses for sure. Got a fresh bottle of Oceania today. Man, it's incredible. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's one of the best fresh fragrances ever. I know it's expensive, but damn, is it good. It's kind of unique for what it is, too. I don't have another fragrance that smells like it. It's so airy, breezy, classy, quality, believable, and authentic with its scent profile and the citruses. Oh, so good. No, I haven't tried anything except the vanilla oud. I want to try the cyan something or another. They're aquatic. It's the light blue juice. I want to try that one next. That's going to be the next one I dive into with them. 10-4. Fun fact, if you look at the bottom of the Perry Ellis bottles, the company name says Phallic Fashion Group, LOL. 10-4. Okay, pretty close in the dry down. Okay, you guys are having your own conversation. I think those are euros, Ross. Yeah, I'm not sure. I appreciate it, whatever it was. I greatly appreciate the super chat. How are you, Kevin? Good to see you. Morning Chest is a greener version of Aventus, and I probably like it. I like green, heavy fragrances, a lot of herbs and spices and fresh greens. And the green stuff, especially with spring around the corner, I'm definitely getting in the mood. That was my elbow popping. Definitely getting in the mood for the fresh greens. Springtime and fall are my two favorite seasons, because you can wear warmer stuff that still has some body to it in the spring, and you can still wear like heavier fragrances that still have some freshness in the fall. You know what I mean? Like, it's great, those transitional seasons, because summer and winter are the two big ones, you know. Portrait of a Lady or Signature Rosé. Haven't tried Portrait of a Lady, but Signature Rosé is one of my 5 favorite fragrances in my collection. So even if I tried Portrait of a Lady, it probably wouldn't have an opportunity to dethrone how I feel about Rosé. Youp Homme Eau de Parfum. See, I'd like to get that one. That's the one I've been kind of having my eye out for, and came across the Le Parfum randomly. Amazon's algorithm was on one, and they got me. They definitely got me, because I bought a bottle. Youp Homme. Oh, yeah, I used to wear that back in 94. LOL. Let me scroll down. Lucky You. That's great for the spring, speaking of fresh green. Because I own Perry Ellis Oud Black Vanilla Boozy Vanilla 10-4. Okay. I have not. Noir Ombre, I have not. I need to dive more into Issey. They've put out a lot of good stuff from what I understand over the last couple of years, and I just haven't gotten my nose on them. So I haven't tried Tigar, but I have Afnan Tarathi Blue, and that's supposedly close, and I wouldn't relate them that closely, because the Tigar scent profile, from what I understand, is pretty close to this, and that's all grapefruit and spices, whereas you're not getting any spices with Oceania. It's a fresh, airy aquatic that doesn't have any aquatic notes. It's just so fresh and juicy, watery citrus. Soapy florals. There's iris and violet, but it's very soapy, lightly powdery, and clean musky. There's like the body of Tigar is missing for them to be super relatable. I mean, at the end of the day, they're both fresh fragrances, but not quite the same DNA. Now, again, I'm going off of Tarathi Blue. I haven't tried Tigar directly, but Oceania is just so bright and airy, you know. So I already answered that one. Oceania, that's something I want to get my nose on. I think it's right to my alley. Easy to wear fresh fragrance. And look, it'll surprise you how long it lasts. It's very airy, and you'll think, oh, this is going to fade in just a few hours. 8, 9, 10 hours later, you're still getting light whiffs of it. It's not an overwhelmingly strong fragrance, but it stays for a long time. It's one of those long but not too strong type of scent profiles. It's like the ideal fresh fragrance for me. That's why I like it so much. It's really, really good. On my way to work, so I'll catch this live later. Came to show love and drop a like. Appreciate that. Let's see. Morning. Aqua de Parma Club. Evening's going to be Leighton. I need to pull Leighton out. I haven't worn that in a while. Silver Lake, any good? I have it. 9 a.m. dive coming. So now that I've had a chance to spend some time with Essenza, this is a large decant of Aqua di Gio Essenza. I can say it is pretty close to Silver Lake. There are differences, but I mean, just get Silver Lake. It's a cheaper, almost dead ringer for this scent profile. It really is. Like, I finally got to compare the two because, I mean, like I said, I've sprayed a decent amount of this. That's a few ml. This is like a 13 ml, maybe even a 15 ml, but it's at least 13 ml, this decant. And Silver Lake's pretty damn close. So if you're looking for a great replacement, because I mean, last I've checked, Silver Lake was in the $40-some-odd range. It's a great price. It performs really well and smells pretty close to Essenza. It really does. Oh, if you take performance out of it, 9 out of 10. It doesn't last that long, but it's the Banana Republic fragrance I wear the most. It's not my favorite based on how it smells, but it is the one I wear the most, especially when spring rolls around, whether it's casually to the gym or out the shower, all three different phases of my day, it fits in the warmer weather, especially in the spring, because I like my green scents. It's a beautiful, fresh green scent. It really is. A little bit of petitgrain. When there's a petitgrain note, I usually like it, that fresh green feel. What's going on, Mikey? How are you? I force scents into the summer. 10-4. What to do? Contemplating between Green Irish Tweed and Silver Mountain Water for summertime. I would suggest getting decants because that's a pricey purchase for sure. I wouldn't just blind buy them. I would definitely get my nose on them and spend a little time with them. Enigma Pour Homme. Cologne and Parfum. Well, I don't have any experience with the Parfum version, but the Parfum Cologne is fan-freaking-tastic. It's got that Coke float smell that everybody talks about. The benzoin is very bright, and with the cognac and everything, it really has that, you know, more so a Coca-Cola float than a Dr. Pepper float is what I get from it. Like I said, the benzoin, the cognac, it settles into an ambery sweet tobacco scent. There's more complexity to it than this. It's a deeper scent than the way I'm describing it. That's just the most simplistic way I can put it. Strong compliment getter, head turner, great performer, because it's so much brighter than like the ones that I do have where I have the Parfum and the Parfum Cologne. The biggest difference is the brightness in the Parfum Colognes. They are brighter at the top. They're more airy, but you don't really sacrifice much performance from them. The Parfums are just a heavier scent profile version. Prime example, I have both versions of Elysium, and that's the difference. Elysium Parfum Cologne is fresher. The Parfum Pour Homme is better, but it's heavier and like way more expensive for half the fragrance because of 50 ml versus 100 ml. So, not so famous. What's going on? I'll designate it to the summer. Oh, Oceania is fantastic for the summer. That's one of the best. That's one of the best. If you take price out the equation, it's one of the best summer fragrances out there. It's built for the heat. So good. Hublot Parfum remind you of anything else? Nothing specifically. I've seen the comparisons to Stronger With You, and I think it's faint. I don't see the big tie-in to Stronger With You because Stronger With You is full of spices. This is not. This is not. This is sweet, earthy florals. Outside of some of the sweetness, I don't get the tie-in. You know, I'm not going to knock anybody that says that, but I don't see it. Maybe 20%, 30% of it is relatable to me. I don't get it. Born in Roma, Eau de Parfum Intense 10-4. Replica by the Fireplace. That's a good one. Like Joe Malone, I'll regulate the whole line to the summer, including Cologne Intense range. On my way to work, dropping the show. Catch this later. OG Mercedes-Benz. Now we're talking, Dylan. Now we're talking. I wore that the other night. So good. It inspired me to do a video. Kind of got a Most Wanted Parfum vibe. I could see a little bit of that because there's not a lot of spice here. Here's the Most Wanted Parfum. I'll get a bottle eventually. There's barely any left in my decant. And even then, it's a faint tie-in, but I can see where you're coming from more with this than Stronger With You, because this doesn't have much spice to it. Whereas There's even less spice with this. The earthy floral is the biggest difference for me. Oud Midnight Ecstasy, Noble Musk by Jesus del Pozo, 10-4. Great, I can save my 75 ml of Essenza. Yeah, it's really close. If you end up getting it and you already have Essenza, you'll see. You'll see. It's like getting a bottle you can feel comfortable spraying. Because I get it. It's not like it's the easiest thing to replace Essenza. And it makes people want to hoard their sprays, which spray it, man. Enjoy it. If you like Essenza and you have it, don't matter if it's ridiculous to replace it. Just spray it and enjoy it. Because it'll go bad eventually. And you'll be like, man, I should have used it more. So use your fragrance. Enjoy your fragrance, my man. I can't miss frags. Yeah, the scent profiles are amazing, but if you're just going to buy one, I would recommend getting decants or samples or something to just make sure you make the right purchase. My favorite Polo perfume. Oh, that's a tough one because there's a lot that I enjoy. I love Polo Deep Blue Parfum. I love Polo Blue Gold Blend. I love all the Polo Blues. Polo Red Intense, Polo Red EDP. Really enjoy both versions of Polo Green, the original and Cologne Intense. So it's hard to pick one because I just love the Ralph Lauren Polo line, double black. I don't know if I can pick just one. I really don't. They're just so enjoyable for me. I guess gun to my head, because of the nostalgia tie, the original Polo. I guess I got to go with that because I used to wear that to junior high dances when I was a teenager. So back when I was in junior high, I had a 40 ml. So I got to go with the nostalgia pick here and just go with the original. Like I said, gun to my head, I guess that's the one. GIT should be a staple in any man's collection at age 30 plus. Someone who loves Dylan Blue, Aqua de Gil, Bleu de Chanel, and Sauvage. Which other colognes in that same vein would you recommend? The clear-cut choice here is Salvatore Ferragamo Aqua Essenziale Blue. It ventures a little bit away from these while still maintaining what makes these popular. I would say that. Coral Fantasy. I have Hawas Cremo Spice Black Vanilla arriving tomorrow and just ordered Issey Miyake Noir Ombre today. So you have quite the haul. Quite the haul. How are we doing today, bro? Cedrat Boise. First Mancera, really enjoying it. Very versatile. That's, in my opinion, the best Mancera to start with. You can explore further, but it's a safe buy. When it comes to niche in general, that is a safe first purchase for the house or for wanting to dive into niche a little bit more because you're bound to like it. I mean, there's always that chance that you won't. Not everybody likes the damn fragrance. I get that. But it's a safe move, especially if you're going to blind buy. It's one of the safest niche fragrances, and you can get it so cheap, you know. Very nice for the price. Not as herbal. Agreed. I know this is off topic, but I bought a Soundcraft mixer to make videos, but the microphone doesn't work very well. No, I don't use a mixer. This is just plugged in through USB Type-C that converts to regular USB 3.0 into the back of my computer. I don't use a mixer. Joey uses a mixer. Shout out to Joey Canoli. He uses a mixer. I don't. What's up, Dave? Hat trick today or what? You gonna sell 3? Must be slow if you're on here with me. Ross Fun, Luminous Night. I haven't worn that one in a little while. Sweet and Smoky. Smoky Dates is how you can look at that one. Cool mirror flash. But yeah, it's a fingerprint magnet. That's the downside. It looks cool when it's clean, but it's hard to keep clean. Supreme Cashmere and Prada Amber Pour Homme on the way. I'd love to try the Supreme line. Cashmere, Supreme Leather. I've never tried any of them. Now they're so much more expensive. They're harder to get now. I do. I have Youp Wow Fresh. I have a video on it. I've featured it in a few weekly rotation videos and maybe even a summer cheapie list, actually. Yeah, I have a bottle of it. I like it quite a bit. Yes, that I am looking for. That's one of the releases for this year I'm definitely going to get my hands on. I really enjoy. 10-4. Okay, and speaking of, let's move on to the next one because I don't want to go too long. We're about halfway through the stream. We're going to do about an hour. This one should not surprise anyone. Strong With You, absolutely. Kind of having a love affair with this fragrance here lately. I love it. Sweet, spicy, boozy. It still has that dry chestnut note. Performance is fantastic on my skin, too. Oh, man. God, this is good. For the longest time, where's my decant? Not that one. Here we go. For the longest time, I was saying this is my favorite. Strong With You leather. Got a little bit left. And I'm going to get a bottle. I will. I'm going to get more of these this year. I'm going to get this and Intensely are my next two as far as this line. But, man, after getting to spend some time with this one more, because I do have a decant of it as well. I mean, it's not like it was a brand new pickup for me. I still have plenty in my decant. But here's my decant of Absolutely, and I've just been so enamored with it since I got it. It's gorgeous on my skin. It's well balanced. It's not too sweet, but it's not too spicy or boozy either. They kind of flow nice and easy through the scent profile as it transitions. You get a nice mix of everything. And this stuff stays till I shower it off. Loud sillage that I just get to bask in and live in all throughout the day. I get nice hits of it all throughout the day. This stuff is great performing on my skin, and it smells so good. Me and the wife have really been enjoying this one. If you haven't tried this one yet, anybody watching this, whether it's live right now or replay, whoever watches the replay, you should get a decant or a sample and try this one. This really is one of the better designer releases, sweet fragrance wise, in the last few years. Of course, this is my opinion, but I stand by my opinion. Great performing sweet fragrance. Strong With You, Absolutely, Emporio Armani. Love this one, guys. Huge fan of it. Huge fan. Every time I go to wear it, I just don't vibe with it. I really enjoy it. It's been at least 6 months since the last time I wore it. So I'm going to, when the spring hits, it's like 2 degrees right now outside. I'm not wearing nothing super fresh right now. It's 7 degrees. 7 degrees outside. So, yeah, I'm not wearing fresh stuff except for just lounging around out the shower in the evenings. And those are very powerful. I mean, outside of, spraying my Le Beau Le Parfum decant here and there, I haven't been spraying the bottles, and I haven't wore the original yet because I just, like I said, I got to wait for some warmer weather, man. It's cold. It's cold as hell outside. There's snow everywhere. It snowed again. I'm out in the mountains in Colorado, man. I'm still right smack dab in the beginning stages of a real winter. Like, it's cold. It's record cold and all that right now here. So you're not going to see too much spring stuff from me for at least a few more weeks. I do have a spring video coming in about roughly 2 weeks. Collaboration video. More to come on that. But yeah, I'm not really wearing too much fresh stuff. And that stuff, I would want to save the sprays to go out and about for my day because they perform so well. Nope, I have not. 2, you sold 2 today? My man, get the hell off this computer or your smartphone and go hit the hat trick. Go sell a 3rd one. Congratulations, I'm proud of you. Go sell a 3rd one. Jesus Christ, Dave, get off your phone. Go sell it. Go get another one in F&I. For those of you who don't know, Dave's selling cars now. So that's my guy. Go. Get your hat trick. I think this is going to be your first hat trick. Go get another up. Jesus Christ, go sell a 3rd one. You got to ride. When you get this momentum, you got to ride that wave, my man. Even though I'm not in the car business no more, the car business is ingrained in me. You know what I mean? It's part of my family history. Let's see. Just ordered Le Male Le Parfum for the first time. Got Dolce & Gabbana Pour On paper label. Cool Water Intense. Grassland. Code EDT, probably the new bottle. Gentleman EDP and Toy Boy. Man, you spent some money. And you got some great options. 66 likes, 122 viewers. We're better than this, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Help your guy out. Come on now. Wearing Evening Mystique just for me at home. Love this juice. Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Those of you that haven't gotten your bottle yet, link tree at the top of the chat. It's right there. It's this first link when you click the link tree. Most recent blind buys are 2 hard to get ones. Dolce & Gabbana Velvet Oriental Musk and CH Mystery Tobacco. I've never tried either of those. I love Absolutely. It's a beast on me. Just 2 sprays max. Yeah, I do like 4 sprays, and it's more than enough. Give me a headache. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit after RXLs. Lost my sense of smell for a week due to a sinus infection, but it's back, baby. Let the buying begin. I'm glad you're feeling better, man. I had my last sinus infection, I had some issues for about a day smelling stuff, and I was miserable because we're fragrance lovers. We want to smell shit, not smell shit, smell things. I think would have been better to say. Nobody wants to smell shit, I would think. But glad to see you here, Rick. So I'm going to click new comments and skip to the bottom. Sorry, I'm about to pass a bunch of these up, guys. So here we go. Pure Havana, I don't think is too sweet. it's more of an ashy tobacco smell cigar, moist, sweet cigar with some ashiness and smoky tones. I've never liked it so much so to the point of wanting to secure a bottle. I've smelled it. I've had a few friends that have had it that I've sprayed it. And it didn't put me to where it's like, oh, I need a bottle of this. I have so many sweet tobacco fragrances, smoky tobacco fragrances, just tobacco fragrances in general, that it never made me want to hunt a bottle down. They're not terribly priced, but they're not as cheap as they were at one time, obviously. Shout out for putting us on Decant House, placing a little order as we speak to try some stuff. I need to go check them out and see what they have new. It's been a little while since I've got anything from them. Scent of the day was Leighton. Scent of the night, Ogivray. The only Terre d'Hermes fragrance I like. The other ones don't do it for me on my skin. 10 ml decant of Cologne, Dior Homme Parfum, Arabian Oud Risala, and 10 ml of clones. 10-4. Thinks you own over 100 colognes now. Don't blame me on your buying habit. Don't blame me. A lot of people do. I appreciate your videos and you're always on point. Thank you. I appreciate the trust. I hope you're more selective with your purchases moving forward now that you have amassed quite the collection, because 100 bottles is a large collection. It's that's more than anyone ever needs, let alone the ridiculousness I got going on over here and over here. It's not just there. It's over here. It's over there. It's all the whole room. But I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you sincerely. Side Effect. Grab Ben Sherman's signature. Yes, I've seen your video. Great cheapie for $10. Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. I haven't smelled a Wajon in a while. Side Effect, it's been a little while also. I would try them. I mean, they're not even that relatable because Side Effect's more spicy than a Wajon. So Ultra Male is indeed very sweet. Wearing 40 Nights. Spell my bad. Frank Olivier Pure Addiction. No, I haven't tried it. Jared with the $5 super chat. Y'all still sleeping on Zed Creators 2.0. How sway. Go get your bottles. A whore off is bang for your buck greatness. Even has payment plans. Indeed it does. Let's move on to the next one. So we're going back to another Iris Cult Classic with Dior Homme Intense. My big giant 5.1 ounce bottle of the previous version before they switched to the Dior Homme 2020 fragrances. This is before that. This bottle was like 2018 something. Anybody that wants to look the batch code up, get it to focus. There we go. 8M01. If you're interested, 150 ml. I'll never run out of this beautiful, sweet, waxy lipstick. God, that is so freaking good. I understand scent's subjective, but I'm just going to say it. If you don't like Dior Homme Intense, it's you. It's just because I love the line so much, I guess, that I think that way. But it's like, I don't know how somebody can smell this and not be wowed by it, And that goes for the original Dior Homme with Iris. That goes for the Parfum for me. Dior Homme O, Sport 2012. I mean, all of the ones with Iris. I just really love this fantasy Iris note that they used. It's so lipstick smelling that I know is too feminine for a lot of people. But I just love this one. And this is the sweetest of the Dior Hommes for sure. This is powdery sweet magic. Very formal fragrance for being sweet like this. Intoxicating stuff. It's magnificent. And it's ridiculous how long this stuff will survive a shower. If you don't really scrub the areas where you sprayed thoroughly, it'll survive a shower. It's so strong. It's not so much the projection. It's the sillage that's left when it's calmed down, and it just goes forever. For 12 plus hours. Goes forever. This is the best. I'm saying it here and now. My opinion, the best sweet Iris fragrance ever made. Even though I'm in love with this one right now, it's still, this is better, There's some really good ones out there here. Speaking of sweet Iris fragrances, Armani Code Parfum. This is better. I'd take this over just about every sweet Iris fragrance. I'd have to really go through all of them and see if anything could beat it, but everything here within reach. Dior Homme Intense, monstrous sweet Iris elegance. Oh my God. So formal, yet I still wear it with a damn hoodie because I just don't give a damn. When I'm in the mood for this, I'm in the mood for this. So I'm sorry that you have to miss out and it's too feminine for you, man. It's absolutely a masterpiece of a fragrance. Sorry to hear that it's not for you. DHI is king. I agree. I'm not sure. If it's one of the new the 100 ml bottles, I have no experience with those because I have two 75 mls of the same batch code. I have the old 75 mls. That room must smell bomb. Yeah, it's incredible. It smells great in here. I was just watching an old YouTuber, Coach Rob. Shout outs to Coach Rob. He put me on DHI. Ended up buying 2 bottles in 2013. Ooh, you got some vintage stuff. Classic vintage at this stage. Speaking of formal, I got one for you, Ross. Do you remember your sin of the day from your wedding? No, I don't actually. I don't remember what either of us were wearing. It was so long ago. Geez, I don't remember. I want to say I wore Tommy that day, but I don't remember completely. Remember back in the day when DHI was a hype beast. Bought a 10 ml decant of DHI. Good stuff. For a bottle, I might go with Gentleman RP, a Reserve Privé. Got you. That is a great one as well. Where is it at? It's always, oh, here it is. Right there. Boozy, sweet, woody iris. Very creamy. New Tuxedo clone by Lattafa. Tint 4. Does Dior Intense work all year long? I would say no. Not a good hot weather choice at all. Definitely more cooler evenings, formal settings, dinners, weddings, stuff like that. Every day during the summer, I wouldn't go that route. Too cloying. But outside of, daytime summer, you're fine the rest of the year for everything else, I think. I've heard of it. I've just never tried it. I like watery violet frags like Mercedes-Benz Intense. Any violet recommendations outside of Fahrenheit and Boss Bottled Night? I would say something that's fantastic would be Roberto Cavalli Uomo. Honey and violet. That is a special fragrance that you can get in like sub $40 price point. Try the Roberto Cavalli Uomo. I did a full review on it a few years ago. It's fantastic. Or just best, no, you can wear it in the spring too. As long as it's not scorching. You know what I mean? You can wear it in spring too. $5 super chat. My favorite Zahara fragrance is it's 1A and 1B with rosé versus leather tobacco. It's between rosé and leather tobacco, which, why is it not focusing? There we go. The bottle's over there because I was going to wear it today, but I was going to move something sweet, so I'm wearing it tomorrow. Leather tobacco will be tomorrow's sin of the day. But just totally different experiences, obviously, but rosé is still on that same pedestal. Leather tobacco hasn't knocked it off. It just kind of it took a seat on the same pedestal next to it. They're kind of 1A and 1B for me. But thank you for the super chat. Still remember whether it's discontinued or not. I'm not sure. Price is really high on it, so I would assume yes. Gang, gang. That's what I'm talking about. Not a fan. Way too powdery for me. Dries like bad baby powder, but I love the 2020 without the iris. Oof. I'm sorry to hear that. To each their own, man. I'm sorry to hear that because I love it. With all the sprays done in that room, I bet that carpet can be smelling amazing. It always smells good in here, guys, as you can imagine. I spray so much variety in here when I film and do live streams and all that stuff. Plus what I spray for my sin of the day, or if I'm testing something, or just at night, I'll spray random stuff from right here for these decants. I agree. That is good stuff. So the one that did it for me was Prada L'Homme. And if you want to spend even less money, because it's a dead ringer for it and it just performs really good, you can get Making Sense version called Iris Man. It's his take on Prada L'Homme. It's literally Prada L'Homme if Prada L'Homme was an extrait instead of an eau de toilette. That's the difference. The quality is the same. It loses the brightness because it's not an EDT. It's a much higher oil concentration, but the scent profile nailed it down. You can spend $20 on that 17 ml and just dip your toe that way. It's a soapy, more safe iris, That was the scent profile that did it for me. Yeah, Uomo is fantastic. Speaking of sweet fragrances that are beastly, that one could have went in this topic. It was my favorite from the house until Lamar came out. Very versatile. It's orange blossom, tonka bean, and oud are the dominating notes. It's powdery. The oud's not real funky. and it can be worn in super high heat and it performs great. I've worn it on the car lot at Jaguar Land Rover, high heat Houston summer, and it was fine. It wasn't too much. So that one's fantastic. Bleu Noir Parfum. Yes, it is. It's fantastic too. That one's got more fresh spice to it than it does sweetness. Like it's very similar to this with the Iris style and the leather, but this is much, much sweeter. Whereas that's got a little bit more fresh spice going on. I love that one. That's one of the better releases of last year. Margiela, red apple, and chocolatey patchouli. I've never smelled it. I've seen it out at the rack stores and never picked it up before. 87 likes, 130 viewers. Guys, we can do better than this. We got 14 more minutes. Can we get over 100 likes? Can we do it? Ooh, that's a great question because there's a lot that could go here. I'm going to give you one from each. I'm going to go cheap, designer, and I'm going to go niche. I'm going to give you three of them. So a niche that's great year-round, I would say, is Montebaco Verano from Ormond Jane. That's one of the few ISO-y super heavy fragrances I enjoy. A lot of leather. It's a little smoky the way the leather is. A lot of citruses. It's super versatile. Kind of a niche blue in many ways. With designer, I would go with Bleu de Chanel Parfum. I think that works all year round, all the time. It's fantastic. And as far as something cheap, this is going to be the one that's going to be a little bit of a challenge and take me a moment. I'm trying not to go blue fragrance because I just chose two blues. I don't want to just be blue fragrance genre. I would say, even though it still kind of falls into blue a little bit, I would say Ralph's Club. Not the Parfum, the Eau de Parfum. The Parfum's a little bit spicier, which I have that on the table to wear this week as well. A lot of fresh cut lavender, greens, woods. It's not too soapy. Great everyday versatile fragrance that not super strong for the winter to cut through the cold heavily, but has enough going on that I think it works in every situation year round. That one you can get a little bit cheaper now for sure. So I'm gonna go with those three specifically. No, so I cannot until I'm told I have the green light to do so. So the moment you guys hear about it from me is because George told me I can start talking about it openly. So you're not going to get anything from me, my man. Not going to do that to him, especially since it's a fragrance that's not coming out till 2024. It's not coming out this year even, so we're nowhere close. You only keep one fragrance the rest of your life? Shoot me if that's the case. Man, I don't know if I can just pick one. That's a terrible question that I can't answer. Call me crazy for this one. Dior Intense is great, but I prefer Prada L'Homme Intense much more. Not crazy at all. That's much less sweet, more patchouli and leather. You just may like that style more. Nothing. That's a great fragrance. I have 2 bottles of that one. You're not going to hear any complaints with me. Haven't tried it. Have not tried it. Obviously L1212 White, the Eau de Toilette, because it's just so unique. Grapefruit, white florals, and leather. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can wear that for everything. It dresses up just as well as it dresses down. Lacoste Pour Homme, because of the beauty of it. It's kind of like boozy, boss bottled in many ways. A lot of plum, rum, sandalwood, a little bit of spices. I would go those two because that's kind of like me taking the warm weather and the cooler weather with those two fragrances. And they both dress up and dress down, and it covers all 4 seasons. That's the 2 and why. One more signature for sure with me. You still get a lot of the sweetness, more of an Eros type of sweetness with coffee and leather. I wore that one recently, like in the last 2 weeks. I wore that one. So good. It's hard to get motivated when I don't like a fragrance to wear it. So the next time I wear it, it's going to be the last wearing, and then I'm going to make my shit on it review because I will probably be shitting on it because I don't like it. Unless something miraculously changes in that next wearing. Leather Tobacco will be here tomorrow. I hope you enjoy it. Monkey Special, Juju, how are you? Good to see you. 131 people, 107 likes. We're over 100 likes. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Seriously. I'll see Marcel is good to watch for good cheapies. No clue who you're talking about. Montrese, how are you? Dior Homme 2020, great year-round scent. My scent of the day is Spice Bomb. Ooh, good stuff. What fragrance do you love that Justin hates? Sauvage right off the bat. Pretty much anything blue. All the stuff that I love. When it comes to the more generic designers, that's not Justin's bag. The basic bro stuff he talks about, that's not his bag. And he'll tell you it's not that they smell bad; they just don't inspire me. And I'll think of all the ways Justin describes these fragrances that he's not going to wear. I like designer stuff. Justin's less and less of a designer guy unless it's captivating in some way. It has to speak to him. Not saying he doesn't like designers. He's not a niche snob. He doesn't like your typical designer blue. You know, that's not really his bag. It's not what his thing is. And me, sinuses are acting up for some reason. I love that stuff because it's just so easy. It takes the thinking out of it for me, you know, and I come from a much warmer climate, whereas he spent many years in Chicago. He's in Oregon now. You know what I mean? Like, he's much cooler climates. Whereas in high heat humidity, these fresher blues do the trick a lot more. So I think if he lived in the South, I think it'd be a little bit different for him. He would probably gravitate towards certain freshies, maybe not as basic fresh fragrances, but where you live plays a big factor in. Like, the type of climate you experience normally is going to play a big factor into it. So that's really what it comes down to is, you know, your run of the mill blue fragrances, which is like 80% of them. 75, 80%, I enjoy quite a bit, and he is not a big fan of, you know. But at the same time, usually when there's something that's not run of the mill that one of us likes, the other one will too. That's the caveat for this situation is when it comes to the generic stuff, I like him, he doesn't care for him. Whereas the more awe-inspiring original scent profiles and stuff like that, usually when one likes it, the other one does too. So that's the trade-off. We have the common ground, and then we have the differences as well. Most Wanted Parfum, really good one. Cold Day in Dallas, Signature Parfum. English Laundry has a Parfum version of Signature that I did not know about. Yeah, shoot me as well. Yeah, right? Bleu de Chanel EDP, or no, not for me. I would take Y EDP. I would take Bleu de Chanel Parfum over both. I'm a Bleu de Chanel Parfum guy. I like Bleu de Chanel EDP, but I don't like it more than YSL Y EDP. But I like Bleu de Chanel Parfum more than both. Hope that's nice and clear. 142 people, 116 likes. I appreciate you guys. So 53 minutes. We might as well get into the last one because we're almost at the end of our time together. Boozy Gourmand, chocolate, honey, apricot, 2 different types of booze. Cognac. This is Dolce Diablo from Narcotica. This is ridiculous. I haven't wore this one in a little while. This is going on the rotation table this week. One of the most intoxicating sweet fragrances that is out of this world powerful. This is about to fill my airspace for a little bit. Oh, that chocolate, dark chocolate smell right away. An apricot, even out in the air like that. So good. Sweet and boozy. This is gourmand at its finest. Unique gourmand too. Get a sample. This is pricey. It's $280 US. I have a link to Dior Prestige down below. You'll save 10% automatically with the link. It's going to go to a Rihanna fragrance, but it brings you to the site. Get a decant. There's 3 or 4 different sizes. I think all the way down to 2 or 3 ml, and you'll still get the 10% off. Try this. Oh my God. God, that's so good. This was perfumed by Claude Deer. He's perfumed all the fragrances in the house for them. Shout outs to Joe and Adita, owners of Dior Perfumes and Dior Prestige in California. Narcotica is their house, their perfume house, and banger after banger. Narcotica, I do prefer a bit more. It's my favorite of theirs. But when it comes to Sweet Gourmand, and nuclear performer for sure. It was a clear choice for this. This is worth experiencing. Definitely not blind buy safe. I wouldn't encourage you to go out and buy a bottle for $280 without trying it first. Definitely get a sample and try this one. You can get little decants directly from them. This is worth the olfactive experience. When you see the note breakdown and you like gourmands, it's going to intrigue you. That I can almost guarantee. Curious who texted me. So shout outs to Tyler. who's in his car, apparently, with his bottle of Oceania he just got. And I text him, I'm live. Jesus. I'm glad he's excited. I'm glad he got it. And Tyler, if you're now tuning in to watch, thank you. I appreciate you including me in your excitement for your purchase. It's definitely great. We were talking about Oceania a little while ago. So there's just something extra for you guys that were curious about Oceania. Tyler Presley, Simply Fragrances, just got his bottle. Super excited. Super excited. Yes, I have Encre Noir Sport. I really enjoy that one. I got a full bottle of Sport. Bleu de Chanel better than Y all day, and I love both. 10-4. Which house do you think will have banger of the year? That's tough. That's tough. It depends. Are we talking across all brands? Are we separating niche and designer? Give me a little bit more to work with, because that's tough to say. Just one across the board. That's hard to say because we're still in January. It's the beginning of the year. No, I have not tried that. Spice Bazaar. I like that name, though. That's a great name. I did a full review months ago. Yeah, months ago. Sure did. And it's been in a few weekly rotations as well. Just started wearing Versace the Dreamer. Damn, it's good. Glad you enjoy it. It definitely wasn't one for me. With Monster Performance Scent of the Day, Alien Essence Absolute. If that's something, Ross. What a coincidence. Lots of love from Nigeria. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Let me try to get to a few more, and then we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Yeah, mine is coming as well. I can't wait. I'm assuming you're talking about Oceania. I have not tried Fatan. Bleu de Chanel Parfum might be the best smelling fragrance. And look, if I had to pick one blue fragrance, even though Ferragamo Aqua Cinzali Blue has my heart, it's not better than Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Now, the price makes a big difference for the two. $150 versus like 40, you know. But if we take price out of it, Bleu de Chanel Parfum is probably the best blue fragrance on the market. My opinion, of course. English Laundry, Arrogant. Ooh, nice and soapy. Banger after banger after banger after banger. So I already answered that. I don't know if you turned it off and came back. I'd already answered like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes ago. Let's see. I would say Lattafa. I would disagree. I'm glad. I doubt they're going to have banger of the year as far as all the releases that are going to come out this year. To you personally, that may be the case, though, because I know you're a big fan of the house, which I am too, but I'm talking about leather tobacco. Oh, okay, there you go. There you go. Well, we're at that point. I appreciate all of you for coming to see me. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate the likes, everybody that gave super chats, and I appreciate the conversation, guys. I really do. I love doing these live streams and chopping it up. Obviously, you get a different side, a more lax and less censored version of my personality than you do with the recorded videos. I curse a little bit more. I bust a little bit of balls. I give people a hard time. I'm a little bit of a smart ass. I mean, it's all in good fun. I love you guys. I really do. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for talking fragrances with me. Make sure you check out the full review on Homme Le Parfum. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Not sure if I'm going to do anything tomorrow, Wednesday. Unaverage picks for 2023 with me and Unaverage Joe in the evening with some special giveaways that I can promise you. I'm not going to say it, but I promise you are going to want to be here. They are full bottles. There's 2 giveaways, 2 full bottles of a fragrance you're not going to be expecting to be given away for free like this. Just know that it is a true hype beast enthusiast designer fragrance in this community over the last several years. That's dubbed challenging, but not really. I'll give you this hint. Think leather. Think leather, think designer, think hyped, and people have said a little bit of challenge. And I'll leave you with that as kind of a riddle to figure out what fragrance we're talking about. It will be one of the picks from Joe. So I'm signing out. You guys have a great one, and we'll see you on the next video.